Hey guys, we've been doing a couple fundamental 10Q things. We did a definition oh, on one video. Last video was more like a just grassroots kind of thing. How do we run the game? And this will be kind of building on that. It'll be pointed at the 10Q range and we'll look at stuff a little more casually than we have. Okay, so we're playing CrazyStone in the background. And it's not playing. Why is it not playing? There we go. 9Q, we're white. Okay. And I'll transfer its moves. I'm going to say his because it's so hard not to say his moves over to the KGS board, which is what you see. Okay. We'll do things different since we want to broaden our ideas. And I won't go catty corner. I'll go this way. And we'll just see what kind of approaches. And we'll do the other one too. We'll go, if I play here, you see the cursor, it's exactly the same. We have a symmetrical board, so I'll kick off the other way so it's not symmetrical. I will also be drinking my coffee. My wife hates it when I tell her what I'm going to do. Just wants me to do it. Okay, black plays here. And we're just going to do our regular take the corner. Why would one not take the corner? We have life and points, and there's no problem with it. So we'll just do our regular basic. And don't think, oh, it's boring. No, we're not boring. Let's see a boring game. If you can produce a strong, boring game, you're going to be a bored one done, let me tell you. We'll just play Joseki out. Joseki. Okay. I'm settled, he's settled. Remember that from last time? Get used to it. Don't leave until you're settled. Once you're settled, leave. Don't keep adding stones. Oh, but I can play here and disrupt him. Oh, I can do this. Oh, what if he play? No. We just settled. I'm settled, he's settled. Go to a new area. Where? Well, we've already talked about how A is low and settled, making the left small. However, B likes the left. So it's half big, half small. The top and the right are both bigger than that. They're big and big, not big and small. Okay. Which one? Oh, we have an unfinished corner, so we don't have to decide. I was thinking I had a 4-4. And I was going to point out that black's 3 stones on the bottom would love to get a double wing. So I was going to stop that. And I could stop that at A. He doesn't get the double wing. And I'll start developing the right. Now that's a strategy, right? Good strategy, at least seems to me. Because if I play my corner around B, he can still play his double wing. And if you don't like that, then that's the time to make a change. But that's strategy, and we're just learning how to play a basic game of Go. So I'm going to play basic. Nowadays, this is basic. Used to be that was basic with an occasional here. And if you're really feeling tricky, you can play here. And now and then in pro games, you'd see this. But AlphaGo showed us, this is a great move. So I'm going to play this because it is the new standard. Third or fourth line are both fine. Why do I like fourth line? I don't know that much about it. I'm playing fourth until I learn enough going, oh, I see. Now I understand this 2 space high Shimari. Great, I'll start playing the low one and learn that. Now, I've been doing this for over a year. I still don't understand it very well. Okay. Black plays here. Why? Because he's a stupid 9Q. God, what a terrible move. Okay, we settled. He was already settled. it was time for him to play in a big area, which is the top or the right. He didn't. He played in a small area. We are officially ahead. Okay. If he makes his double wing now, it's better than it was a minute ago because he just added strength to it. So let's get rid of his double wing. Okay. There's a couple of ideas here. He has a long knight's move. That means, let's just, as a Tunku, you might not know the Joseki. Let's just look at the Joseki. If you come in the corner, I did that wrong. Tari, save, then this way. He's got a fixer, it dies. You live. And this is slightly advanced for 10Q, but let's have a look. I'm going to take off K4. And now let's say we just did this Joseki. The thing that to notice is that the A and B groups are both weak. That is to say, if white just decides to run out, black has two weak groups. So black's going to fix. He doesn't want two weak groups. You can hear my dogs barking. That means someone's here, probably a delivery. But let's say that black, it looked like this. And now it's black's move. And black thinks to himself, well, if white comes out, I only have one weak group. That's easy to fix it. Boom, fixed. There was no problem. White has cutting stones with nothing to attack. Okay. So the Joseki of capturing is based on black having two weak groups. On our board, black doesn't have two weak groups. His A is totally supported by B. This is too advanced for 10Q. Just bear with me. So black has Sente. I don't like taking this corner if he's going to get Sente and build this huge area. No, thank you. So first thing I want to do is negate the wall he's about to get. I want to negate the wall he has and the one he's about to get if I take his whole corner away, which is an easy thing to do. If it's here, it's a hard thing to do. Here, easy thing to do. Okay, so we're going to negate the wall. Are we all caught up? We understand why we're about to play on the right. We understand why white's ahead. He just played in a small area. Okay, so we can play. In my mind, I go, okay, I'm going to play a tiny bit more calmly. I'm not going to, no reason to get crazy and start a big fight and this and that. No, I'm ahead. Just play calmly. So let's look at ways to play on the right. Where to play on the right. Coffee time. Okay. Let's look at possible entry points, possible places to play. Any others? D&E seems so natural. I'm not marking F and G because they're not, F and G are not related to H. D and E are. That's why I'm marking D and E. Third or fourth line, they do little different things. They're both fine. C, and that's it. Well, notice there's this thing. Black's next move. Black notices, hey, he can kind of press around me here. There's various ways he can do this. Like I'm not even out yet is the feeling. So that's why we get out. Okay. And now white asks Sente to settle his own group. Okay, you know this already. What you might not know. What about now? Black does not need to defend. Black can attack instead. He's already defended. Okay, let's assume that all makes sense. If we play here, he's already defended. He can go on the attack. Now, I'm not trying to say this is a good attack for him, but as 10Q, we could get in trouble. So I'm kind of thinking this is unnecessary. This is plenty big. Is there a problem? No. Perfectly big move in the big area. And now, if we decide to pop inside, what's his wall doing? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, we're so happy. Okay. So I'm saying that Q10 is a wonderful move. Now, when you rise up from 10Q to 5Q up to 1 Dan, and also you're playing at the 4 Dan level, you're going to be getting far more specific, much more readout. Which one is there a way I can get an extra point here? Which one leaves slight weakness? You're going to be getting way more in detail. But up till 3 Dan, this, at least 3 Dan, this is fine. Okay, so we're playing here. Okay, Q players are going to react to this. They're going to either play here or they're going to kick. And let's look at the kick for a minute. Anytime you kick, it leaves this nasty hole. This black stone is threatening to connect under. If you say, no, you can't connect under, man, you just got split big time. Leaves a nasty hole. So usually if you're going to kick, you jump, but still, that's a lot of aji in there. So it's not good to kick other than in special situations, which we've gone into and we'll do it again, but not now. Okay, so there's knee-jerk reactions. And I'm not just going to go on to the next move because this is how you get better. Yeah, I'd respond. Why wouldn't I respond? He just approached my A stone. Okay. Is the A stone weak? A lot of the Q players going to say, I want to keep my points. Well, white plays here. Are those white points? No. I'm alive. They're not yours. So when you say, I want to keep my points, what the better way of saying is, I want to take those points that weren't mine before. Okay, let's try that. How big is that? We're going to count it. I'm going to be gracious and say, and let's just make sure you understand why I'm marking what I'm marking. If white wants it, he has to respond. If white wants it, he's got to respond. If white wants it, he's got to respond. Okay, so he doesn't get S11 and T11. Those are not his. Okay, so we're here. And I'm marking the points he's gained. Doesn't get those. So we're going to give him, I would only give him this much because the corner's still open. And I'm being very gracious. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't think it's even 10. But let's say it's 10. 10 points in Gote. Sorry. That's late. That's beginning end game, not middle game. Okay, I want those points. No. Get your mind off points. Oh, but that's what goes about. No, goes about the strength and weakness of groups. So is A weak? Well, we get used to the idea is how many options does it have? Now, you've heard me say this before. We're just going to do it again. Why? Because I do. So there are three options to choose from. One, you can run away. So just as an example, I'm going to play here, and we're going to ask, is his A stone okay? That's a terrible example. We'll do the A stone. Okay. It can run to the center. Man, talk about an easy way to run. Psst, I'm gone. You cannot touch me because I'm out in the middle of the board where it's impossible to surround me. Option two, run home. Well, that was easy. Option three, I can run directly along this path. There's no black stone stopping me. Perhaps there's a fourth option. This A stone is not yet on the side. Running to the side, which is where we get eyes and points. Option four, get to the side, which creates good living conditions and eyes, and which also attacks the 5 stone. So the A stone is very strong. It has at least 4 options, not a problem. So there's no reason to defend. And I know I'm spending time on this, but you Q players are stuck on this. I've seen it more times than there's sand in the sea. They go, oh, I need to play here. And you ask them why. And it's like, it's just knee jerk. It's just, I have to. No, you don't have to. White's fine, black's fine. What's big? The top is enormous. Look at that white area, way bigger than what black has. So it's nothing to fear. So if you can catch this, stop your knee jerk and go, wait, is my ace stone okay? Well, how do I know? I guess, oh, I never finished the options. One type of option, running. Another type of option, outright life. In one move, I have 2 eyes. That's a pretty good option for health. Boom, done. Option 3, he's weak and I can chase him or bother him for some free Sente moves. That's getting free moves. So those are the 3 options. In this case, it's pretty much only running and you got plenty of them. Okay. So we're going to play away. And corner first, right? We're still in the opening, so corner first. He responds. No problem settling with A. Just settle your group. That's fine. Also, painting a very pretty picture. Let's look at the picture. Man, it looks like, I'll just hope you can follow along with what I'm doing. It looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Looks like a good 30 points in 2 moves. Wow, that was nice. Very pretty picture. The problem is, not that it's a problem, does white own area 1? No. Invadable. Does white own area 2? No. Totally invadable. So this is a generic, I will be getting points because I have so many stones here. That's true, and it's fine. And in this case, it's what I would play. It's the most logical thing. I've spent the last more than a year going out of my way to not play those moves, but rather the here and now, only practical. I am settling my group. The end. And now let's look at what that looks like. I'll play what I believe black would play. Okay. So the result, white gets area 1, white's alive. Black gets a wall that he might want to use on the left, and white still has the opportunity to build the top, but now in a more practical way, because now we have area 1, and black can't make that threat. That is to say, if white plays B, this guy's threatening to run to the left, but in the other variation, there is no left. White's super strong there. It makes it more difficult. So they're both fine. As a matter of fact, if you want to ignore, that's fine. This is a full value move. Black's about to get a huge corner. You take it all away. So a lot of things are fine, but until you're 1-digit Q, 3Q, 2Q, just stabilize your groups. You'll destroy your enemy at least up to 3Q. 3Qs play pretty bad most of the time. Okay. Shall we keep going? Just a couple more moves. We'll play the pretty one. Okay. Let's look at black's move. White stabilized the A group. Black stabilized the B group. We're done. Where next? Well, it is true that the C area is the last opening area. We've discussed how to define an opening area. But white doesn't want to play there. He's low and settled. Black doesn't want to play there. He's low and settled. So probably think, no one wants to play there. And middle game is huge. Middle game moves. White's top area, massively large. Way bigger than this. No one wants to play on the left area, but I'll play anyway. No. So black should be coming in probably here. It looks like just an alive stone, pretty solid, easy stone. So this is a real mistake, seems to me. So I would immediately thicken things up probably here. This is claiming, that top is probably all mine. It's going to be really hard to come in. How about you come live in the corner? I'll let you do that, but then I'll get the whole top, something like that. Okay, I hope this stuff made sense. I went on here and there specifically so you see how to make the change in thinking, not just, oh, think this. No, how do you think that? How do you put that in other situations? So hopefully it was helpful. Thanks, everybody. Bye.